everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Columbiana County Junior Fair Market Lamb Show. We appreciate everyone's efforts and understanding in this uncertain due to COVID-19. To follow state mandates, please practice social distancing and wear masks if closer than 6 feet. Thank you for your cooperation with our County Health Department and our Senior Fair Board. Today, our judge is Brian Chain. Brian lives with his wife, Audra, and their two sons, Clay and Brody, on a small farm in Ashland County. The family farm is known as Diamond Est Farm. They raise a flock of 40 Southdown sheep and crossbred ewes. The Shanes travel the country competing in sheep shows, including the North American International Livestock Expo, the All-American Junior Show, and the Keystone International Livestock Expo. Brian works as an advanced manufacturing engineer for MTD Products at their headquarters in Valley City, Ohio. Thank you, Brian, for joining us today. Can we now have Class 1 enter the ring, market lambs weighing 112 to 119.
Nice drive to get out here. Certainly did not expect to see 3 sheep that look like this right out of the gate. All right, there's some pretty high quality sheep here. This ewe lamb here in first place, she's just complete. She's clean in the front, clean down her top, straight back. The lamb in second place has got a lot more muscle in the rear end. Where that first place lamb gets her is when I put her in motion, she wants to roll her hips up underneath of her and pop her top. The lamb in third, I really like this lamb as well. This lamb just needs to be a little more refined and a little bit longer to get around the 2 ahead of her today.
In third place, we have Samantha Callis. Second place, Bridget Hilliard. And first place, Meg McNichol. Now entering the ring is Class 2, Market Lambs weighing 122 to 128.
This sheep is a power sheep. This sheep is wide across the top, carries it all the way back to the loin. If I'm going to change him a little bit, it's right there at that hip-loin juncture. It gets him stretched out a little bit. That doesn't help the look of the lamb. However, that lamb's got plenty of product. You get to this lamb here in a second. I got to appreciate this lamb. She is nice. He is clean lined, clean front chest. Not nearly as wide topped as that sheep ahead of us, but still a really good sheep. The sheep here in third, I like this sheep. For this sheep's body size, he's a little short loined. All right, I'd like to stretch him out a little bit there. And he's carrying a little bit of too much condition there for as small a package as he's in. Congratulations, guys.
In third place, we had Briley Burton. Second place, Julie Ann Callis. And first place, Lincoln Wallen. Now entering the ring is Class 3, lambs weighing 132 to 134.
These classes just keep getting tougher and tougher. These two lambs up here, you could flip them. I wouldn't argue with that. The sheep in the front, his flank is dropped down and nice in line with the bottom of his chest floor. You get back in that lamb in second. If I could drop that flank down and raise his chest up a little bit, he probably gets around this sheep ahead of him. The sheep here in third is a nice sheep. It's complete. She's done a very well job with that project.
Our third place in that class was Miss Dakota McCracken. Second place goes to Bailey Hilliard, and first place goes to Miss Sarah Bear. Next class entering the ring is Class 4, lambs weighing 137 to 149 pounds.
Second, thank the parents and the kids. I know this year it's been a little crazy with the whole COVID thing, and one thing that you young adults and young men and women in the show ring I'll take away from this year is never give up, right? One day you're going to have a county fair. The next day your county fair is canceled. The next day maybe it's back on, but we're not sure. But you never gave up on your project, and you worked it all the way through. And thank the Fair Board for making this thing happen. I got these top two sheep here. This front sheep is just a little bit cleaner there in the front. His brisket doesn't drop down quite as much as the one in second place here, and the one in second's a little tucked up. Doesn't quite tie in at that hip-loin juncture as well as our lamb here in first. That's why we're going to keep this lamb up front. Now, not taking a lot away from this lamb in second because I really like this sheep. This sheep is clean line. They both track well. It's a pretty good one. The young man here in third, I think he enjoys this project. He's having a good time. This is a good sheep. He's going to hang well on the rail for sure. If you notice, I probably take a little extra time in the show ring than most. My understanding that, you guys don't have showmanship, so I want these kids to have an opportunity to show off their project.
In third place, we have Ernest Cash. Second place, Elena Grubb. And first place, Emma Hilliard. Now entering the ring is Class 5, lambs weighing 154 to 161.
these kids by 60 plus pounds, it's pretty hard for them to hang on to. If you notice, you'll see me, I'll set a leg here and there. This isn't showmanship, all right? I want to see what that sheep looks like. We're going to start with this blue sheep. I like this blue sheep a lot. I like to fix a few things on it. I like to drop him in his flank a little bit. Maybe carrying a little too much condition. He's borderline right there, but that is a big frame sheep, and I think he can handle it. You get here into this weather here in second. Really nice weather. Mike could flip these two and be all right, but I think that one stands where I like her today. The sheep we got back here in third, the young lady's doing all she can to hang on to him there at times, and this is a really nice sheep. I really like his body. It's probably a little bit softer to the touch than the sheep ahead of it. That's why we're going to keep it down here in third.
Third place goes to Carly Stacy. Second place, Haley Smith. And first place goes to Kirsten Burton. Can we now have all of our first place winners and second place winners enter the ring for our grand drive? At this time, we would also like to thank our trophy sponsors. Our grand champion trophy sponsor is Sugar Creek Stockyard, and our reserve champion is Tim and Deb Waggle. As well as some of our other sponsors for our lamb program, Kiko Meats, Cool Springs Farm, Country Wranglers 4-H Club, and Bear Auctioneers and Realty. Thank you for your generosity and continuous support of our lamb program.
I want you, before I go out here and pick the sheep that I think is the best here today, go ahead and give these exhibitors a round of applause. And they're all out here, and it's a nice cool day, and they're sweating, and I tried to take it easy on them and try to lighten the mood up a little bit in the show ring. I'm to relax a little bit, okay? If that sheep gets away, it's okay. It happens. It's gonna happen. It won't be the last time, all right? If your foot's a little out of place, like I said, I'm looking for the best sheep, all right? I'm not looking for the best showman right now. I'm looking for the best sheep. You guys have all done a great job. Say, I want you, all you young exhibitors, make sure when you see your fair board members, you thank them. Without them, all these sheep would still be home in the barn, right? So make sure you thank those fair board members for making this happen for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and give this mic back to them, and I'm going to take another look, and we're going to pick your grand and reserve.
Your reserve champion goes to Miss Emma Hilliard. Your third overall is Lincoln Wallace. Fourth overall goes to Meg McNichol. And our fifth overall is Bailey Hilliard. Congratulations, everyone. We would also like to thank Mr. Shane for his time today and everyone on the Senior Fair Board who's helped make this fair possible.
This sheep here in front, when he came in class, it hit me hard. I like this sheep. If I was going to change him, I'd like to make him a little bit wider in that pin set. But other than that, this sheep is complete, and I like this sheep. That's where that sheep in first gets around this sheep in second. You get right at that hip-loin juncture, and he pinches in just a little tighter than I'd like to see. But still, it's a great sheep. The young man sheep in third is very much like the two sheep ahead of it. He's just a little bit smaller frame, not quite as stretched out. His length of loin's a little bit shorter than the two ahead of him. Then you get back here and you got a ewe lamb that stands in fourth. This ewe lamb is clean, lined, beautiful chest floor, tubular body, big wide rack across the top. I think she's gonna go home and make a big, good brood ewe. And then we get down here to the lamb in five. The lamb in five, I like the lamb in five